How are you guys doing tonight? How are all of you beautiful people out there? It's me, Shira, Psychic Medium. Thank you so much for being patient with the start. I know we're running a little bit behind, but if you know me, you know I'm always running behind. It's like the story of my life, always late. And it didn't really help that Mercury retrograde is still in its shadow period. So I was having every single technical glitches that you could possibly have. Course, right? Only because you want to help people. Things always come in, and you know what? We just deal with it. So, hey, Laura. Hi, Susan. I see a bunch of you guys here. Hi, Kristen. Hi, Shelly. A bunch of you are here already. If you wouldn't mind, please start sharing and tagging your friends to this post. So what we're going to do tonight is something really, really cool. We are going to, once you start sharing, okay, you got to share. We can do that, right? Once you start sharing, right, I will be making this announcement of what I plan on doing for you guys tonight that I'm really psyched about, and I think you will be really psyched about it as well. So, and I see some of you say, I can't see something, you're new. Hi, Margaret, you're new. Hey, Margaret. Hi, Diana. I'm noticing a bunch of you that are here, and I'm just looking to see if I can see the comments. Okay, so making sure you guys can see me, correct? Can you type yes if you can see me? That would be really helpful so I know that you guys can actually hear me. And you're sharing, fantastic. So keep sharing, because what I'm going to do is I am going to look on my phone. I am going to keep track, and I'd actually like you guys to help me with this also. So let me see here a second. What we're going to do tonight, is, so far we are at 11 shares. Ooh, the number for spirit. We are at 11 shares. Look who popped up. Okay, so now, really, really awesome. I have you guys on here. What I want you guys to do is start sharing and tagging your friends. Please share, and then we're going to start the reading process. Now, once we get to 100 shares, you guys got that? 100 shares. Thanks, Michelle, for sharing. Once we get to 100 shares, we will, I'll be announcing something really exciting for you guys to even amp up tonight. So, hey, Beck. Hi, Michelle. Thank you for sharing. Thank you so much for loving the amethyst behind me. It's right over there. Love that amethyst, one of my favorites. Hi, Danielle. Thank you guys so much for joining. You know me, I'm Shira. I am a psychic medium here in Long Island, and I love helping people connect to the other side and giving messages and helping people with their lives that could be in crisis and things that are going on with them on a psychic perspective as well. So for me, it's really important to be able to help in both areas, right? You won't find me just saying I am just a medium, because I'm more than just a medium. I am a psychic medium. I'm all encompassing, which means I have the capacity to forecast your life in addition to connecting you to the other side. So it's a really nice combination. Then on top of it, I add in my healing abilities, and it's a win-win for everybody involved that's watching right now. Thanks so much, Michelle. I love the comments. Keep sharing, guys. So this is what we want to do. We want to share, right? Because we care. And once we start sharing this, right, we are going to start an announcement. And I want to be able to tell you all about it. And we have to get to 100. That's what Spirit told me. So I'm checking in to see how many shares we're at right now. So let's just see here, guys. It looks like, can anybody tell me how many shares we're at? Can anybody see it? Because mine's only showing me 11, but I know more people have shared since then. And since my number is 11 is the number for spirit, I totally get that you guys are in fact sharing, and they're saying, let's get to 100. We're at 35. So I know 100 is totally feasible for you guys. I'm so looking forward to reading you guys and connecting you and giving you psychic advice and answering your questions. And for those of you, hey guys, love it. Okay, keep telling me how many shares we're at, because I want to get to 100. Can we get ourselves to 100? Once we get ourselves there, right? I'm going to start going into what I'm going to do. You can see the video. Okay, well, all you need to do is really be able to hear me. You don't always have to see me, right? It's got to be able to hear so you can hear what's going on. What I want you guys to do, if you have already shared, type the word angel below. You'll be able to subscribe to this, so you'll be able to know when I'm doing other events, when I'm having free readings, right? Things that are really in your best interest. So make sure you type below the word angel, just angel right below. It subscribes you. Anytime you want to stop, no worries. Just type the word stop and click unsubscribe. It's so, so easy, right? Thank you guys so much for watching. Tonight is going to be so much fun, but keep on sharing, tag your friends, share, share, share. It's all about sharing and caring because that's what we're doing tonight. It's all about the love. You guys see my necklace? It's love. I don't know. I got this really great necklace. I fell in love with it. I happened to go away, never go away. And I happened to go on this amazing trip with some amazing people. And this is one of the necklaces that I purchased for myself. And sure, it looks like a little, like just a trinkety necklace, but the message is strong. It's all about love. And more importantly and fun, it actually changes color in the sun. Love it. It actually gets pink. My favorite. So if you guys know me, you know I love pink, right? Hi guys. Hi Hillary. I see you over there saying hi to you guys. I don't know if you guys can see actually when I'm putting you up on the board. But I can actually see, let's just see, everybody saying hi, 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 hi. If you can see my comments, please let me know that I have you guys on the board. I don't know if this is working fully, but I am going to check. So what number share are we up to now? I'm excited. Hey, Jamie, I'm excited for our scheduled reading too. Jamie's so much fun and her guys are great. All of the people that come in for her. Okay, what number are we at, guys? I don't really want to hear myself talking. We're at 50. We're halfway there. So halfway there. So let me give you a little incentive. When we get to 100, I am going to see who I feel drawn to. And one of you guys, just for sharing, one of you viewers out there, okay, one of you, because we got to share, 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 share. Once we get up to 100, tell your friends, hey, you want a free reading, an opportunity for it, come here. Once you see that, right, once we get to 100, one of you guys is going to, ready for this? One of you guys is going to get a free 30-minute reading with me over Skype or phone, whatever is easier for you, Skype or phone, sometime in the month of May. So one of you guys will be a winner of a full reading, a full 30-minute reading. So super psyched for that for you guys, but we have to get to 100 shares in order to do that. So if you haven't already shared, share, 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 because this is your opportunity to have amazing connections, right? And I'm leaving it to you guys to kind of tell me where we're at. I keep checking in and seeing we're at 50. Let me see. I have to almost close this to look back because that's just how it's working on my end. Hi, Jamie. Thank you for sharing twice. Hi, Antoinette. Hi, Susan. Hi, Laria. Hi, Colleen. I see you guys over here. For some reason, the comments I don't think are showing. Stacy saying she wants to win. Awesome, guys. I don't know if they're all showing the comments, but that's okay because I'm still going to talk to you guys and I'll name you so that you know who I'm referring to. Okay. Thank you guys for sharing so much. I know you guys are doing your best. We're at 76 shares, 76. You guys want an opportunity to win a free reading over the phone or Skype. We got to get to 100. Spirit tells me it's possible and they say it's possibly for you. So if you think you're the one that needs that reading, Spirit will draw me right to you. Okay. So let's share, share, share. Now, in the interim, while we're sharing and while you're typing angel so that you can actually subscribe to my feeds and know when I do free readings. Hey, Ellen. Hey, Shuli. Hi, Vanessa. Thank you guys so much for sharing. You guys know it keeps freezing. Your phone keeps freezing. Marianne, I see you. Yes, that's spirit intervention. You know what I'm saying? That's when spirit's energy is so strong, actually affects the technology. And yes, they do it all the time. Gina says we're at 85. All right, let me see, Gina. Let me close out and look again because I can't see for myself. So we're at 85. Let's see. Where are we at now? We're at 90 shares, guys. 90 shares. Could you imagine 10 more shares and we are going to be at 100? And one of you guys over here is definitely going to win a phone or Skype reading. Okay. So we'll see where I feel drawn to, okay? Because I always let Spirit guide me to whoever really needs that reading, okay? It's never personal to anybody else that's not receiving it. It's for that person. Spirit guides me to help that individual with a connection or for psychic advice, right? Oh, Carol, you're booking a group reading? Oh, awesome. Thank you so much. Can't wait. So let's see. When you guys let me know when we get to 100. We're at 92. Thank you so much. Thanks, guys. Keep sharing. We've got over 100 of you watching now. 111. We actually have 111 viewers watching live right now. And we're going to start the reading process. Are we at 100? Let me see. Let me log out of here real quick and go back in because this is how we do it. Let's see. Have we done it? We're at 106, guys. All right. Bullseye. All right. Back to my cheerleading days. Woohoo. All right. Way to go, guys. So tonight, one of you is going to be winning a free 30-minute Skype or phone reading with me. And it's going to be an amazing experience. So let me see who I'm drawn to. I'm just going to go through the names really fast and see. I know that Spirit is pulling me to... Let's see. One of you lovely people, one of you beautiful people is going to be reading, and it is going to be Danny Stern. Happy birthday, Danny. You have won a free reading with me, so you need to PM me. Danny Stern Jamber. Danny Stern Jamber. You have won a free reading, so please, woohoo! If you know her, message her now if she's still not watching right now to let her know that she has won a free reading. So I am super psyched. I don't know about you guys, super psyched. So let's talk about what's going on tonight so we can get into the reading processes. And maybe we'll do another share so somebody else can win another free reading tonight. So everybody say congratulations to Danny, because the more love you show to another individual, the more it ends up coming back to you at some point in time. It's all about positivity, everyone. Don't forget that. Be authentic. Be happy for somebody else, because you will always get your turn at another point, right? You never know when. So thank you guys so much for being so supportive of this. So I had this amazing past week and I wanted to share it with you. I'd done a bunch of groups this week. It was almost like group. That was the type of feeling this week. And when I was doing the groups, it was so amazing, the physical mediumship that was occurring with signs, right? So what does that mean exactly? For those of you that are watching that may not be mediums, maybe you're intuitives, maybe you're just regular people that, hey, want to get a connection, want a sign, right? Awesome, right? Evan says, awesome for you, Danny. What I want you to know that happened this week, right? 3 separate groups. At 3 separate groups, a feather, okay? Literally, here we go. Let me show you. A feather. Imagine a feather. Right? Like this. You don't even have to imagine it, because anybody that was at my groups this week experienced it. A feather literally manifested out of the air while I was doing the reading. Okay? And literally fell onto the group members. 3 separate groups it happened to. It was so unbelievable, because that's what happens when we work with the angel world. That's what happens with the spirits. They're able to make things manifest to show you their love for you. And in my case, my guides use feathers. So they used, yeah, you got the goosebumps, right, Katie? Woohoo! It was amazing, amazing. Even I was blown away. One of the guests who was at the group said, oh my God, what is that over there? In the light, all of a sudden a feather started coming down right underneath the light and just started coming down like that. And literally went and caught it and then gave it to the person. It was amazing, right, Joanne? Wow, spirit angels. It was absolutely unbelievable. I was so excited for my guests, because I've had this experience happen quite a bit. But if you've never had that experience, it's just mind-blowing. It's amazing when it manifests, when you're in an indoor room with no feathers around and it pops out of the air in front for everybody to see it. Hey, Christina. Heidi, sorry I kicked you out. Hey, Dana, I see a bunch of you out there. So what's going to happen? I know, amazing, right, Jeanette? So what we're going to do tonight, we are going to do some readings for you guys, okay? Now, when I say we, I always talk about myself with we, because I'm working with a spirit team over here. So it's not just me. I am the one that's giving the messages directly from spirit, right? I'm the messenger, right? But it's really a team effort here. So yeah, and I've got some great angels that always look forward to help people. Amazing. Anybody that was at the group, you guys can comment and say that you were there, because it was unfreaking believable. That's really how we do it. Then, to make matters even more amazing, it's like when you work with the spirit world, you never know what you're gonna get, right? It always blows my mind, because the points of references that come in for me vary all the time. It's always constant in flux for me. It's always changing. Hey, Vicky. It's always changing. So I never know what Spirit's going to bring in. And I'm actually happy about that because it keeps me on my toes as well. And you know me, I'm a spontaneous person. So when connecting with Spirit, I love to connect. There's a Spirit lady with me right now. Thanks, Joanne. Love my intuitive ladies out there. Thank you, Helene. She says, you're amazing. I've been to your readings. Absolutely. Kathy, you saw me at Rachel's. Amazing. Thank you so much. So let's talk about upcoming events that's going on, and then we'll go there, okay? And then we'll go into the readings. So, by the way, Tuesday, May 1st. For those of you that like to see me in a gallery reading and like to get a bite to eat, hang out with friends, family, have a drink, have a really good time, and connect with Spirit, right? This great opportunity to be excited for Spirit, right? I'm at Rachel's in Freeport. That's in Long Island, in Freeport on the South Shore. There is availability. So if you are interested in learning about that right now, okay, or anytime tonight, you can always go to my Facebook page at ShiraPsychicMedium.com, or you can also go to my website, ShiraPsychicMedium.com, or on Facebook, ShiraPsychicMedium.com, either way. But you can type below, right? Just get ready to type below the word seafood. Seafood, one word, seafood, because Rachel's is all about American seafood. And if you feel like, you know, getting information and RSVPing to having an amazing dinner over at Rachel's with a gallery reading with me, it's always so much fun. I love working with the spirit world. Now, on top of that, on Wednesday, May 9th, I'm at Jordan's Lobster. But that event is sold out. It's a sold out event already, guys. We didn't even really get to fully promote it. So your opportunity to connect with me during the month of May, with our seafood event, would be at Rachel's on May 1st. If you want to go to Jordan's, it's sold out. You can still get on the wait list. So you have to call Jordan's Lobster and ask to be placed on the wait list, okay? Because it's amazing. Ro, you saw me 3 times. Thank you. Amazing. I would love to come to Erie, PA. If you guys tell me where you're from, it will give me an idea of where you guys need me to be, right? So if you want to list where you are, what state you're coming from, what town, it's a great way for me to know where the viewers are coming in from so I can connect with you and come to your area, because I am willing to travel and connect and work with other mediums or do it by myself. So it's always a team effort. Now, for those of you that like me, hey, Stephanie from New Hampshire, hey, Sharon from Seaford, my friend Ev and I are in for Rachel's. You're going to call tomorrow. Awesome. Hey, Suzanne, you always look fabulous. Hey, Mikey. So there's a bunch of you on here. Hi, Carrie. Mwah. Karen's coming in from Holbrook. Heidi from Ossining. Angel is coming from, it looked like Ohio. Lori from Boston. Michelle's coming in from Huntington. I've got Rockville Center in the house. West Babylon. Long Beach. Yes, I do travel. Jamie knows I went all the way to Westchester and to White Plains and wherever the need is, basically. And Lana's had 2 phone readings. Love me from Wyoming. I love you, Lana. Hi from Levittown. Come to Wilmington. Where is Wilmington? Merrick. There's so many guys in here. So for those of you that like fundraisers, though, so if you're like me and you like to be a part of making a difference, right, doing something that helps and supports other organizations, right, to help other people, because at the end of the day, it's always about healing and helping. What I have for you guys to do is type in the word fundraiser, one word, fundraiser. Type in fundraiser. You will get information on 2 incredible fundraisers coming up. First one is on Thursday, May 17th for Options for Community Living, which basically helps individuals with mental health issues in addition to housing, right? And then after that is the 4th year in a row now we're doing this at Bethany House in Rockville Center at the Lynx Club. It is an amazing event on Wednesday, May 23rd. So type in the word fundraiser and you will get information on these amazing fundraisers. Melissa, you saw me at the Toys for Tots. That was such a funny one. Oh my goodness, those poor Marines, what they were in for. I don't think they knew what they were getting into when they were at an event with me, right? They were like turning shades of red with all the things that were coming out. And I'll never forget the dirty dad that kept coming through. He was a hoot. That was literally one of the funniest events I've done. But I will say Carrie's event for her daughter, Brittany, the fundraiser for Brittany, where the proceeds went to supporting suicide prevention, that was a really funny evening also. Oh, thank you so much, Lisa. So I do private readings. We've got people coming in from Wanta. I do private readings in Long Island and Nassau County. I'm right by the Coliseum. So if you guys want to connect for a private reading, we can do that as well. Katie, you're going to see me May 17th. Awesome. At Options. That's amazing. That's a fantastic fundraiser. So you'll get the information on those. Kristen, yeah, mental health housing is your thing. Definitely. So definitely get yourself there. It's going to be an amazing night. If you are, in fact, sharing this, thank you so much. So let's also talk about what's going on in the world right now, right? Let's do a little bit of cleanup on what's going on in the world. So there's a lot of what people would perceive as chaos going on in the world, right? Most of us are aware of that, right? You turn on the news every day. We're becoming aware of what's going on in the world. Now, if you're an intuitive individual like myself, you may be picking up on these things in advance. Anybody else here? Show of hands, type in if you're picking up on the climate of the world in advance of it happening, right? In advance of things occurring that are more chaotic, right? From a world or global perspective. Are those of you who are intuitives out there picking up on it also? Yeah. Beth, you can see colors, absolutely, in addition to connecting with spirit, totally. Yep, Heidi, you too. Yep, I'm just curious out there. I'm like taking a little poll to see how many other people, yes, are picking up on what's going on in the climate of, the world, because there's so many things. Yep, Lillian's going, yep, show of hands. It's amazing. I always think that, people who are intuitives really can sense things happening ahead of time, regardless of the rhetoric on the news, right? The rhetoric on the news, just gives you the blow by blow and it's, censored in whatever way it is. But I will tell you, yeah, controlled chaos, Ray. I love that. Stephanie says the energy is off. Yeah, no, I totally get you. So for those of us that are feeling it and knowing things that are coming in advance, it's important to be able to not be afraid to see what you're getting. Okay. Yes, Lisa, totally would be able to come to your house. Email me info@ShiraPsychicMedium.com if you're in the state. But what I would tell you is it's really important to write down what you're getting, make a little note in your phone or whatever you want to do, write it down. Okay. Because it seems like these premonitions for a lot of the intuitives I know are coming true. Right? So it's important, it's validation for yourself, but it also keeps you on a pulse of what's going on. Hey, Terry. So it's one of those really, really important things for you guys to almost keep track of for yourself. And, when it comes to world affairs, just like anything else, don't mind me, guys, I do have a little cold. When it comes to world affairs and any type of affairs, there are always multiple pathways. And I want to make that very clear. When you are working in the psychic realm, you guys should always know that there are multiple pathways. Okay. I see the questions starting to come in, totally going to get to them. So don't even worry. I'm going to ask you to repeat them in a minute. So don't even sweat it. Okay. But what I will tell you, thanks for the love, Cass, there are multiple pathways when we work with the spirit world. Not all intuitives will see multiple pathways. For me, I know I see multiple pathways when I look at an individual. I can see the most likely and then subsequent pathways that are available for that person to take. Now, it's one of those things where if you all have free will, I have free will, you have free will. As a result of that, we can make our own decisions and we can veer left and right. Right? So as a result of it, our decisions can change. At the end of the day, when it's your time to cross over, your time to transition, you will transition. It just comes down to that. It's that simple. Your time is predestined, right? Your soul has decided it. Okay. Alterations can be made to it from your soul self on the other side with your team of guides. So it's important to know that things can, in fact, do change. However, all pathways leads us back to home, right? At the end of the day, that's what happens. So your loved ones are already connecting in another space where we're all going to end up in. Lyra, you said you have an indigo child, an old, wise soul. Absolutely. Laura, you've been feeling what's going on for the past 6 months. Absolutely. I always find it so amazing. It's almost like if they would take a poll or take what is the word? Probe the intuitive community as to what's going on world-wise, right? They find a lot of information because we seem to get it, not everybody does, but there are some people who are more extreme in their awareness, right? We're able to tap into the global awareness, right? Yeah, absolutely. I'm seeing some comments come in, but I'm not seeing all of them. So I'm just trying to see everything. Let me see how I can scroll up over here, scroll down actually. So, okay, Joanna, you're an empath. Yeah, empaths. Oh, if you're like me and you're an empath, It's a challenging world, isn't it? Because you feel everybody's sensations, you know? And Melissa, yep, you had indigo child, and yep, and I told you, yep. So indigo children are the children that come in. There's still some coming in, but most of them have already come in between the 80s, the 90s, some earlier back into the 60s and 70s. But those are the children that come in with the type of temperaments. They are the louder ones, the ones that you'll see with rally signs. They're trying to create change. They're the ones that make a lauded, more conservative effort to create change. They can be the troublemakers, the rebels, the ones that you see out there, you know, at the protests, right? Those a lot of times are the indigos. They're very, very gifted. You know, the true indigos, the ones that, you know, are like the original seeds, will have those very, very indigo-like eyes as well. But they are highly gifted, which is amazing. And the next generation that came after them are the crystals. The crystals, like us, are those that aren't as aggressive, right, in creating the change. We're more about peace, love, understanding, getting along with everyone, making the change happen, but doing it in a more peaceful mannerism, right? We're not necessarily about shaking everything up. We're more about working with the shake up and making it a smooth, peaceful transition so that everybody else can enjoy. Can they be deep and quiet? Sure, they can be introverted and look within, absolutely, but they come in to do change, okay? You know, signs that you can look for, you know, are things like how they handle their awareness of the spirit world, how they handle things of predictive nature. Do they have foreshadowing? Do they know things in advance? Do they have dreams? Do they have the type of temperament that they always know things and they just keep going like that, right? Those are our little psychic kids out there, and they come in with a lot of different things. I see your questions coming in. We're going to get to them, but if you're asking them to me right now yet, I'm not going to answer them yet because I'm not there yet with my guides. So we will get there, I promise. Right now, we're talking about the kids. And for those of you that are moms out there, it's so important. Aunts, grandmas, you know, dads, whoever you are that are watching, you're working with kids and you have kids, even teachers. Teachers, you have to be so understanding of the empathic, gifted children that are out there. You got many of them in your classroom and you don't even have an idea unless you're an intuitive yourself. You'll notice the kids that are high feelers, the ones that always feel, right? Meaning like their friend doesn't feel well and now they're in a bad mood, or their friend's stomach hurts, now their tummy hurts. Those are your empaths. Those are the ones that feel through information. They will take on other people's sadness. So they will also take on other people's happiness, right? So you want to watch them because they're exceptionally intuitive and they have great information, but they tend to get it through the sense of feeling. Right? They don't know how they know it, but they can feel things deeply in their souls, right? Jeanette's saying, yes, so true. Yes, school nurses. Yes, Helene. Yeah, absolutely. School nurses are so imperative for you guys to be aware of the empathic community of children and the intuitive kids, because a lot of times they're picking up ailments of other people in the classroom, or stress of the teacher, or stress of the other kids, and they're not actually really sick. Right? So it's important before you start throwing things in their face with medications to make sure that they actually are ill. Right? And you have an understanding from a mental health component on how to work with children that are intuitive and how to work with children that are gentle and soft and shy. Some are introverted and then become extroverted, depending on their elements of who they're around. So it's important for you all to be aware that there are so many more kids that are intuitive now coming into this world and that are already here. So if you're a teacher, you're a nurse, a social worker, you need to be open to all that is, because if you're not, you're doing yourself a disservice, right? So important to be open. So important, right, Ivy? Absolutely. So let me see where we're at right now. Okay, Laura, that's you completely. So I'm feeling that you guys are getting a little tired. So we're going to start the reading part now. See, that's the empath in me. I start to feel your energy. Let's not wane. Let's keep our energy excited. Okay. And that way we get great information for you. School nurses understanding this, so important. Totally. Lyria, your daughter is 9 and so concerned with nature, right? Some of the kids are just so infatuated with planet Earth. They want to help the earth. They want to help people. They want to help animals. You know, it's so important for you to be aware that the children moving forward are really going to be intolerant of prejudices. They're going to be intolerant of violence. They're going to be intolerant of unethical behaviors, because the children that come in right? That are ones that are moving forward, that are helping our planet ascend, are the ones filled with even more light than you, right? So they bring in even more light to the table in order to raise the vibration of this planet. And as a result of that, we have a happier place. We have more love. We have more understanding. Yeah, all children, special ed children as well. Absolutely, Janine. So right on with that. Okay, so let's look at questions. They're going to pass through quickly for me. I'm going to see if I can also see them on my phone simultaneously. So give me a second. The meaning of 1111, somebody just asked me, by the way. That is your spiritual gifts are awakening. So be aware when you start seeing 1111 or 111, you are getting the awakening code. That is the code that wakes you up to what people would say, oh, what coincidence. Oh, I saw this. There are no coincidences, guys. There's synchronicities. There are no coincidences. Everything is put together. Some people call it a coincidence. I never call it a coincidence. It's a godcidence, meaning God brings that synchronicity to us, right? And they're all out there. And it's so important to recognize them from your loved ones. So give me a second. I'm going to try to see if I can pull up the questions here at the same time. Give me 1 minute without actually hearing myself speak. Yeah, no. All right, I'm going to have to do it this way. So let's see here. All right, let me look here. Let's start with some of the psychic questions first, okay, as opposed to the spirit questions. Let's start with some of the psychic ones. And then we'll go from there. And we got lots of spirit in here because things are starting to fly in my office now. Okay. So wondering about a job change, Tiffany. Not yet. 3 months. Okay. We're going to do messages after, guys. We're going to start with the psychic and build into the mediumship. Okay. Jenny, anything healthcare, nursing, anything around helping and healing would be great for you. Hey, Chrissy, you just saw me at your mom's. I'm only catching part of the comments, so I'm sorry, guys. If you can condense it to small amounts, that would be great. Marnie, will you get a new job? I don't feel like now. It feels like it's going to be next year, actually. Okay. Let's see here. Job news for you, Lyria. New opportunity coming in July for you. Okay, so you're going to see that coming into July. Spiritual gifts. Beth, I think we addressed this already. You have the ability to see colors. You already know this. You can connect with the spirit world. You are highly empathic and exceptionally sensitive, and you're good with the cards. Okay, Laura, Ann, let's see here. Mr. Question, we're going to try it again. Okay, Joanna, yes. Yes, you will be blessed with a baby. Absolutely. But be open to different means, okay, than just what you would consider your normal means, okay? Let's see here. I'm not getting all the full questions. Let me just see if there's a way I can see this differently. So just bear with me a second, guys, because some of you are writing these amazing questions and I can't see them all. So let me see if there's a way that I can do this from another page. Hold on 1 second, guys. Just bear with me. And I'm going to see if I can look at the questions in another way. So just hold tight, okay? Hold tight, guys. We will get it done. Let's see. This computer just needs to go. It's like it got a little old. Okay, so let's see if it keeps, if it'll show over here. Okay, I think it actually is populating over here. So Christina, let's see here. When will your husband's promotion be? Next fall. Okay. Flo, are you getting that job? Look at other options. Look at other options, Flo. There's going to be something even better for you. Okay. Erica Lynn, wondering who your spirit guides are. Everybody has spirit guides, Erica. Don't think that you don't. There's an older lady with, well, you've got two, actually. There's two older women, one with dark hair, one with light hair, both very short cut to the side of to the top of their head over here, like tight hair. I noticed one is very petite. She wears a button-down blouse. She does make me feel like she was a family member. The other woman doesn't feel like a family member, though. She feels past life connected. I'd work on connecting the two women in your life, okay? Let's see here a second. Carrie. You know, if he does get a carry, I feel a little trouble with it. I just don't know if he's going to love it yet. So let's see here a second. I'm looking at the questions. Hold on, guys. I'm waiting to see where I feel drawn to. Laura Ann. I'm not really feeling a new relationship anytime soon. I just kind of feel like where you are is where you are. Debbie, hiya, Debbie. Your fire alarms are going off. First thing I hear is David. So I would attribute it to David. Okay. Ivy, will you get a new job, recently unemployed? Yes, opportunity within 2 weeks. Katie, when do you think my husband and I will buy a house? I'm pulled into 2019 with that. Lisa, will your husband get a promotion? Yes, but it's going to take longer than he's anticipating. So don't give him a hard time about that, okay? Let's see what else we have here. Hey, Alan, thank you so much. I hope I feel better too. This cold doesn't want to seem to go away. Amy, are there any, okay, Amy, let's see here, Amy. I really feel like you need to start considering other options at this point because I'm not sure of the level of them being 100% truthful, being able to what they want, get you in there. I feel like they're not being honest with you guys. That's all. Okay. I feel like you need to start looking at other things also. Okay. And let's see here a second. Okay. Sorry, guys. Spirit was literally zoning me out for a second. Hate when that happens. Okay. Let's see where we're going. Susan, are you going in the right direction with your son? A new person, female, is going to come into his life in order to be of help. Hear her out when she does. She has dark hair, shorter dark hair, and she's a shorter woman to begin with, a little stoutier in her build. Excellent woman. She's going to have a lot to say, and you need to be open to it, okay? You may not like what she has to say, but it would be a good idea to be open to it. Claudia, will your daughter's health improve? Yes. I heard the word yes immediately. Okay. Joanne, you moved. Is this a good move? I hear the words yes and no because I'm hearing that you're not really liking it. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's a good move, but I don't know that you're completely thrilled with it. So that's kind of the feeling. Hey, Jessica, I see you over there. Hey, Lori, there's a bunch of you. Ginny, right? Okay, let's see over here. Any news about Cheryl? Let's see. Cheryl, I'm not picking up on baby news yet. Let's see. Colleen, will you get sober? You always have the choice. It's very feasible for you. Just choose. Okay, let me see here a second. I'm trying to read all these questions at the same time. Bear with me, guys. Just keep repeating the questions. I'm not ignoring you. I can only read so many things at one time, and my eyes only work so fast. So let's see here. Okay, Danielle, you're worried about his unguided meditation work. I think he feels conflicted within his work. You guys need to work with a teacher that's of the light. It's really important to surround yourself with really positive people. If it doesn't feel right, don't do it. Hey, Deborah. Okay, let's see here. Up for you. June is a great month for you, Kristen. Great month for you. I know you're going to actually feel so much better about your situation in June, okay? Gina, will your son be getting a job change soon? Yes, but it's not immediate. It's like a few weeks, and then I see something else happening again in October. So we're in a few different places on it, okay? It looks like there's a few changes that will happen. Okay, when you're asking me questions, you guys have to be very, very, what's the word? Specific. Like put the person's first name down, right? I need a focus point because there's so many questions coming in at one time, okay? And let's see this. Oh, okay. Thanks, Ray. I got your info. I love the text. Now I have to move that. I think that's a great idea. Okay, totally. You're so welcome, Kristen. Okay, So Laura Ann, will you have a successful future? Absolutely, but you have to stop making the decisions that keep putting you backwards. It feels like you feel like you're going in circles lately, and it feels like because you're influenced by individuals that you know are not necessarily the right ones for you. So it's really important for you to reassess who you have around you and choose quality people that actually care about you. Okay? Because it seems like once you change your dynamic of the people around you, you're going to notice things start improving for you. Okay? Michelle, do I see you moving to the West Coast? Not yet. We like you here. Can I just keep you here? Hi, Elizabeth. Okay, need the full questions because just a name with a question mark, I don't know what you're referring to, so I have nothing to focus in on, okay? So let's try to be specific. Know that, see how many people are here. We've got about 196 viewers live right now, and there's comments coming in left and right. For those of you that are watching, don't forget, if you want to get information on Rachel's, simply type in seafood below and you'll get that information. If you're interested in the fundraisers, type in fundraiser, okay? Let's see here. Sue Moldovan Leach, should you change your career? Yeah, I would actually consider a career change. I do feel like you would actually be happier. Okay, it doesn't have to be immediate, but I would start putting in the groundwork to figuring out what you truly want because it feels like your needs are not matching your passions. Okay, hi Heidi. I'm totally hanging in. I'm trying. Okay, let's see here. Okay, Shannon, wait, are you talking about the Avira I know? If you could let me know. Let me go here a second. All right, let me switch back over here. I'm only getting half the questions. Okay. Elisa, let's see. Is your mom coming to you in your dreams? Or I didn't see the rest of the question, so I'm not sure what you're asking. Katie, do you see me getting a new job? Do I see you getting a new job? Yes, but I feel like it's going to take you a little bit longer than you're anticipating. Okay. Shannon, okay, you said yes. Okay, let's see. What is that one? Jamie, how does your financial future look for the future? You know, when I'm looking at it visually, the grass looks a little bit dry, which for me is a reference point where we need to start saving more money because it feels like money is not always easily accessible to us, or we would like to have more of it, but it's not always readily available. So it's important, okay, to make sure you start saving money as opposed to spending money right now. Okay, let's see here. Jana, do I see you finding love soon? Yeah, but there's actually a piece of it where it's like, I actually feel like you need to start working on you first, if that makes sense, because you kind of have to make you happy first before you start looking for it elsewhere. Otherwise, it will always be, you know, up and down in relationships, okay, even in prior and existing. You really want to make sure that you work on yourself first, like meditation, okay? Getting balance. Those are ways you can do it, okay? So let me tell you about another experience before we go on, okay? Just so give me a second here to clear of spirit, clear of psychic for a minute. I'm going to talk to you about another really cool experience I had, and then we'll go back to questions in a minute. Okay, so don't bother typing questions right now because I'm not going to look at them. I still see them coming. That's great, guys, but I'm not scrolling backwards, so you're wasting your finger points. Okay, so what I want to tell you is this really cool experience I had. So for those of you who know me, I always like to collaborate. I like to network. I like to work with other really empowered people who are striving to make a difference in the world, right? Those individuals that actually are truly authentic. And, you know, last night I had an opportunity to sit in on an informal discussion with, you know, an Emmy Award winning journalist. And I was so excited to actually be there because what was so neat about this woman, her name actually was Allison Hans from Pix 11. And what was so fantastic about her was the fact that when she was talking about her experience and she was talking about her words and talking about life and how she's used life to be authentic and how presentation, you know, matters in her world, right? What was happening was her hands were glowing purple, guys. So literally her aura, what was popping out of her hands was purple energy. Now, when I saw that, I literally was like, oh my goodness, okay, there's one of our people, right? Because, you know, spiritual people can always identify other spiritual people, but the fact that her hands were glowing purple was so in alignment with what she was saying. So it was like her words were matching, her hands were matching, everything was in alignment. And when I got to speak to her afterwards, which I was really thrilled about because I thought she's fantastic, right? What I really thought was amazing was the fact that she has this other line that she's developed, right? And it happens to be called, I want to think I'm getting it right, I think it's called New Hanzi Life. So if you look it up on Instagram, right? New Hanzi_life. She's got these really cool necklaces. And the purpose behind the New Hanzi Life, or what she is talking about, is that New Hanzi apparently in Chinese is what people say when you have strong, independent women characters, right? So it's like, it's a branding necklace that's encouraging your strength, right? And I love the fact that it matched who she was and it matched what she was saying about helping individuals and being authentic, because there's nothing worse, right? Especially for those of you that are intuitive out there, or for those of you that just, can read people's BS, right? There's nothing worse when you're actually connecting with somebody and you know that what they're saying does not match their heart. Right? So if their heart right here, if it's not matching, it's out of alignment. And when it's out of alignment, right, it's inauthentic. It's inauthentic with themselves. So I thought it was so great that she was completely real. So her hands, her energy was matching, her words, her dynamic, and then her concept that she just implemented with this new product she launched. I thought everything was in alignment. It seemed real. It seemed authentic. And, I was just grateful to be there, to be a part of it, to learn about it. So for those of you that are interested in learning about it, if you go on Instagram, you can follow her there at NUHANZI_LIFE, right? So that's, really cool necklaces. I think I should get one just for the fact that I liked it so much and told you guys all about it. I think that definitely needs to come my way. But I will tell you, it's for strong, independent, badass women that know how to get things done and have light at the root of it, meaning they are light-based, but they will get it done, right? I thought that was really neat, being able to collaborate and connect with this journalist. Because for those of you that don't know, I actually have a background in journalism. So I went and got my master's in communications to focus on television news reporting. So who would thunk it that here we are years later, and now I'm using my skill set that I learned for communicating with the spirit world. Who knew, right? So let's focus back on you. I'm going to take a drink, focus back in, and we're going to start doing questions again, okay? So let's see where we're going. Let me see here. Can I post the site on your Facebook page? The problem is right now, the things I'm posting, you guys aren't seeing. So afterwards, I can post it. If you also, here is even better. If you go to my Instagram, right? My Instagram is ShiraPsychicMedium. You guys should all be following that. Oh, by the way, Gina, yes, Sal will become a police officer. But you should all go on my Instagram, ShiraPsychicMedium. Follow me there if you haven't already. Follow me on my page here. But if you go to my Instagram, I tagged her in 2 of the posts from last night's event, including her page that has the New Hanzi_life on the necklace that I thought was totally fab. So for those of you that are into that, you should definitely go check it out. You can find it right on my Instagram page. Follow me there, then you can see it and then click onto her. That'll make life so much easier for everybody. So, okay, so let's see here. Let's go to questions. I love Q&A. Let's look at what's going on in your guys' world. So let's see here. Okay, let's see. Hey, Jen, you're a friend of my mom's. Oh, hi, Jen. Okay. All right, let's see here. Michelle, is the ghost in your mom's house bad? It's like what I would consider more of a tricky energy. It's an energy that it would be better off if you clear it or have somebody else come in and clear it. Keep sending light to the house. I feel like it's affecting her moods and her demeanor. So for me, I really think it's important that you clear, use sage, bring in the light. Somebody's saying say the novenas. So Spirit's telling me to tell you to say the novenas. Okay. Terry, stop thinking like that. I don't even want to even look at that question because you have to get that out of your mindset. You have to see yourself as well in order to promote wellness, okay? Stop seeing yourself as ill. You have to see yourself well, okay? Let's see here. Kristen, go back to school. Kristen, ask the question more time. I caught a piece of it, but not the whole thing because it moved too fast. Lisa, will your son ever pick a career? Yeah, but he's kind of like the late bloomer in terms of connections with direction. So don't give him too much of a hard time. He's going to take some time to figure it out, okay? Are there spirits keeping your baby Savannah awake at night? Yeah, but they feel like playful, good spirits. Nothing to worry about, okay? Nothing, I wouldn't be nervous by it whatsoever. I'd thank them for being there, but then say to them, thank you so much for coming in and being there with my daughter. But at the same time, I need you to let her sleep, okay? Erica, thank you so much for following me on Instagram at ShiraPsychicMedium. Okay, let's see. All right, so now what we're going to do a little bit different before I go into these questions, because Spirit's starting to bring me an individual to come through. So let me start focusing in on the spirit world. Now, for those of you that have never come in during one of my live Facebook events, right? It's really important that you guys get your energy up. So if you're in the house, okay, I know as silly as it sounds, right? Get excited, clap, get your energy going, have momentum, because we need to raise our vibration so I can feel your energy and spirit can feel into it as well. So get excited, do a little cheer, do a little dance, whatever makes you feel good, because that's going to lift your vibration. If we lift your vibration, I'm able to connect to spirit with you guys so much easier. Right? So for those of you that are trying to connect with your loved ones, whether you see me or another gifted medium, you need to go in with a positive attitude, right? An enthusiastic one, because it makes the connection that much better. Trust me, I'm doing this for a living. This is what I do to help people. Trust me, don't go in as a Debbie Downer. Go in super happy. Okay, going enthusiastic with a want to connect, doing the happy dance, get it on, whatever you need to do, laugh. You need to make yourself in a better place, okay? Gabrielle's clapping, woohoo, Tracy Ann's woohoo. Okay, love it. All right, so let's see where we're gonna go. Hi, Tina. All right, let me see. Oh, Dolly, will your daughter keep her gift? Yes, yeah, absolutely. Okay, so let me go here. Let me see where I'm pulling into. When I start working with spirit, what happens is I'm gonna start telling you who I'm getting. Okay, and you have to claim the person, okay, or animal, okay, because they can come in, or I just heard, or entity or spirit or guide. All right, so we have a lot of people here tonight that are with us. So let's see what's going on. This hair is, oh God, don't mind the hair, guys. I know I tuck my hair behind my ears a lot. I've heard it 100 times. I get it. Okay, so let's move past that. All right, let's see here. Let me see who I've got with us. All right, I would like to start with somebody by the name of James. Okay, you may have known him as Jimmy, but I actually feel like his legal name was James. I feel like he was James the third, or he was the third James in the lineage, or their third Jim in the lineage. He was, in fact, a smoker as well. He was more of a chain smoker, okay? He is a type of individual who was a heavier set man, because he's making my stomach push out to show that he kept meat on his bones, okay, specifically in the tummy area. Okay, we're getting excited. And let me see what else he has to say. He worked near Duluth. There's a connection with him working near Duluth. So just keep that going, okay? Now, there's a connection to Duluth, okay? Now, let me see where else we're going with this. He was great with his hands. He was more mechanically oriented. I feel like he would have always been around mechanics or vehicles because of the mechanical component with this, okay? Now, okay, hold on a second. Let me see here a second. He talks about having a daughter in the physical, all right? I'm just removing, people are messaging me at the same time. Sorry, guys. I want to talk about him having a daughter in the physical world as well, okay? And I know that he's also connected to a female that sounds like a Greta as well, okay? If you're able to claim this James, Please let us know. He's James the Third. There would be 3 James in the lineage. He was a smoker. He has a connection to Duluth. It feels like it's somehow connected through family and work. It's in both places. Okay, Tracy's saying here. And it does feel like this individual is surrounding you with love. That's the first thing. But it feels like this individual comes in with the need to apologize. Okay? It simply feels like he has the need to apologize simply due to lack of decision-making abilities prior to his transition, where there was dysfunction in the family line is what I'm being told. Okay? And he's feeling this need to apologize for what he did not get to say. He also talks about deceit being present in the family line when he was physical, and it was something he had difficulty expressing that he was dissatisfied with this from a actual physical standpoint, right? So he's physical, he would have not necessarily condoned it as much as he would have liked to, or stood up for the fact that this was going on, okay? Now, I'm not seeing you guys collecting him yet, so that's okay. I will move forward to the next soul. All right, let's see here a second. Okay, I have a female that wants to connect with her granddaughter. Okay, so for those of you that are granddaughters, pay attention. Okay, there's a female stepping forward for me. Her name is, it sounds like Bethy or Betsy, but I almost want to say Elizabeth instead. Like her natural name would have been Elizabeth, but it feels like she's a Bethy, or people would have called her that. Okay, she wants to connect with her granddaughter in the physical, who specifically has been having a hard time connected to school decisions. So this feels like this would be, she'd be connected to a younger female. Okay, now she's also making me feel like, yes, she was married. She was very happily married, although they did argue from time to time. She was very, very happily married. She also makes me feel like there was a Florida connection to this information as well. And she's making me feel like, let me see her a second. She's making me feel like also that her granddaughter that's living, okay, is having the issues regarding school direction, like going back for school or choosing the direction within school now. Actually, it's within school now. And they're having a problem choosing programs or directions. And the reasoning is because there's a confliction between heart and what the elder that's in the physical is telling the granddaughter. Okay, so what that means is she's saying that there is an older person who's basically telling their granddaughter, okay, telling this granddaughter, this is woman's granddaughter, to go another direction, but that's not what's in the heart alignment of this granddaughter. So it's really important for this granddaughter to follow her heart as opposed to listening to the older person around that's giving the advice that sounds really good, except later on in life, she's showing me the person would be disappointed. Okay. Let me just see here a second. Jan, should you change your career? No, not yet. Not yet. Okay. So there's a few of you in here that I noticed mentioned that your grandmothers were Betty or Betsy. So I was not able to see if you were claiming it or not. Melissa, you're thinking some pieces may be applicable. Okay, let's see here a second. There should be a Florida connection as well. Okay, feels like the Florida connection should be family. And it feels like this woman also had a problem right in here as well, because she is tightening me up in this area. Feels like I want to talk about nodules or thyroid issues in the throat area right over here with her as well. Okay, because she's bringing that up, that we have to bring that forward. Okay. Margie, let me see here. Should we sell our house? Take your time on these things and consult a financial advisor on that. That's what I'm being told to tell you, is I actually need to consult a financial advisor on that. Okay. Let me see here a second. Somebody just said they claimed her. Thank you, guys. Thank you, because I know she's trying to come through. Okay. So for those of you that I saw that you said you claimed her, thank you so much. Okay, now let me just see here a second. There is what feels like a Miguel stepping forward also as I go into his energy. Okay, his name is Miguel, so that to me is a Michael name that is of Hispanic descent. Okay, I feel a connection with him. I do feel like he was the type of guy that would always be wearing a men's white undershirt, almost like a V-neck style, hair sticking out from the chest area as well. I feel like as I go into him, I do feel like he was the type that he did not define stereotypes in terms of what we would think of gender stereotypes within a Hispanic community, right? He wasn't like that at all. He was very, very patient, very understanding of his wife and his girls, and that's what I'm being told. And that he was the type of individual who succumbed to cancer. He would have passed of cancer, and he would have been the type that worked almost over and over and over and over and over and over again. Like, and when I say over and over again, I mean like this man worked morning, noon, and night. He was a really hard worker. Okay. And I feel like he would have had 4 girls because he's showing me a connection to 4 girls as well. Okay. And he's making me feel like I have to talk about Lisi because I keep hearing Lisi. So I have to acknowledge a Lise or a Lisi name as well. And if you can claim this gentleman who would have a connection to the name Miguel or Michael, okay, please claim him because he is in fact here for you, okay? But he's making me feel like the message that he wants me to bring through, okay, is that you need to start reconsidering your self-value when it comes to your marital scenario, okay? And he's talking about not having to compromise so much, and that it's okay to make changes even when it feels scary if you're not feeling that your heart is truly intact. You need to take an open, candid look at what's going on in the marital world, and he'll be there to support you. But he's showing me the feeling of where his daughter feels disappointed that she's not getting the love that she feels she deserves. So he just wants her to know that he's in fact with her. So if you can claim her, if you can claim him, okay, please know that this is in fact a message of love from him and that he's right there hearing your thoughts, knowing what's going on in your marital scenario. And he wants you to rise above, choose putting yourself first. And he's saying, don't pass things off to other people. He keeps saying, don't pass things off. Own responsibility for yourself. You can do this. He wants me to say, you can do this. Okay. So I do feel very comfortable that, oh, Elise, thank you so much. It's your dad. Oh, there we go. Okay. Thank you, Elise, because I kept hearing Elise in my head. Okay. That he is in fact around you and wants you to know that he's there with you and helping you make decisions. Okay. All right, let's see what's going on next here. Let me see if another spirit wants to come in. Let me just take a drink, and then we'll start again. Give me 1 second here. Okay. All right, so next I want to talk about a little girl that's in the spirit world. Okay, so I want to start with a little girl that's in the spirit world who, while she was here, she had a love. Now, look, I know every little girl loves Disney, or most little girls love Disney, but, okay. Oh, Elise, I'm so glad you needed to hear that. You're so welcome. Mwah! Lots of hearts and loves at you. Okay, your dad's totally with you. Let me start with this little girl. Now, I know that every little girl is connected to Disney, so please don't, even bother wasting my time on that. What I do know is that this little girl loved Disney characters, loved Disney princesses, dressed up as them all the time. I feel like this little girl underwent cancer treatment. I do feel like she had to go through chemo and or radiation. I see that she had lost her hair when she was here in the physical, but even though she lost her hair in the physical, she'd still wear a Disney princess crown, and mom and dad would still dress her up as a princess because she was truly the princess in the family. And I'm getting this feeling from her as she's bringing through chills for me also, that she's coming through to convey a message of love. Okay. She makes me feel like she was a brunette. Her hair was naturally brunette. She has this warm energy about her. Her family loved her tremendously, right? And when I go into her, she's giving me the chills. I can see her even in a picture where she's got a backwards baseball cap on in her picture. And I feel like there's either what is it called? A mass card or a card in her honor, not to forget her, where she's wearing a backwards baseball cap and she has dark hair and she's the sweetest girl. She is so, so sweet the way she comes through. It feels like as she comes in that she wants to convey a message to her mom and dad that she's around. She's giving me a name that reminds me of Madeline or a Maddie, the way she's coming in my mind. And I get this feeling that, let me just see here a second, that she's never forgotten. And she wants to make a point of the fact that she's never forgotten, that people have actually done fundraisers in her honor. I feel like she didn't pass too long ago. Literally within a few months period is the feeling, okay? And she is just glowing, glowing, glowing with light. She comes in true angelic form for me, which means that, she's gonna make me cry, that she comes in as an angel, which means, sorry guys, they're making me like feel all of her love and I feel like I'm gonna start crying, connecting to her energy. But I know that she has ascended, which means that she is, as high as you can possibly be on the other side. I hear claiming her. Thank you, Rachel. I hear claiming her, that she is ascended. And sorry, she's making me cry because I can feel her energy trying to connect to the loved ones around her all the time, actually, is the feeling. Okay, she feels like she's trying to connect. She wants to get to her mommy. I keep hearing she wants to get to her mommy. And I get, as I go into her, that mom actually would have just been holding her shirt or holding her stuffed animal that was wearing a shirt as well, looking at it, thinking of her. Okay, literally was just holding her item, thinking of her. Please come through, please come through. That's what she kept seeing it. Okay, I also see the color blue as well. So I know there's a connection to blue as well. And I'm feeling with her energy that when she was here physically, she had like this spitfire personality. Everybody liked her. Okay, she was the type of girl that was energetic, excitable, fun, so engaging and hypnotizing. You guys have goosebumps, right? Because it's just so amazing. She still has that energy about her. And all she wants to do is say thank you, because one of you have already told her mom that she's here, that she's connecting. So she wants to thank you for taking that initiative and thank you for the donations as well. And she's showing me also that her father keeps looking at the watch. Like he keeps looking at the watch, looking for a sign, keeps looking for a watch, looking for a sign from her, like almost like the watch either stopped on the time that she transitioned or he keeps seeing the same time over and over and associating it with her. Okay. And she's making me feel like, as I go into her, that there was a blanket made in her honor as well. I'm seeing it looks like when people make an individualized blanket that has multiple photographs or things connected to the deceased loved one, that's all compiled into one blanket. Okay. I'm seeing that. And I do feel like they would already have this or somebody is thinking of doing this. Okay. And I'm getting the feeling from this little angel that she just feels so damn spunky to me. Like she really feels amazing. She is not in pain. Okay. And somebody was saying it's the day she was diagnosed. Okay. Thank you, Rachel. Okay. Yeah. Because he keeps saying he looks at it the same time. And then to go further into that, she says, no, her dad couldn't have saved her. So, and it's almost like, because she's making me feel like I want to cry again, that it's like either they're beating themselves up or they keep replaying it, like they should have done something different. They could have gone to a different doctor. They could have gone somewhere else. And there couldn't have been anything done differently. They did everything they possibly could. They went above and beyond for their daughter. And she wants to thank them and tell them to stop replaying it, stop replaying it. No one could have done anything differently, that this was her time. And it's very difficult to accept, especially when it's a child loss, but that she is well. That's what's most important, that she's well. She uses butterflies symbolically connected to her family. And I do feel like her family just actually got a cardinal that went by the left window of the house when you're facing outward from the house. I feel like the cardinal was hanging out in the tree to the left. And I feel like mom would have noticed that and thought to herself, is that my daughter? And the answer really is, it's not that the cardinal is her daughter. It's that the cardinal is being used by her daughter to say, look, I'm around. So it's so important that she understands that her daughter, and the father understands that the daughter is in fact with her, and she wants to send love. She really wants to say that she's okay. That's what's most important. And for whatever reason, she keeps singing the song Dayenu to me. Dayenu, 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 da da da. So I'm getting the feeling she was Jewish as well. And I'm feeling that she liked the holiday times, like to celebrate. You guys are totally getting the chills, I know, because it's like amazing, this connection. And she's also making me feel like, let me just see here a second. Let me just look at her again. She comes in dressed in, like, it reminds me, so it's like it's a dress with straps like this, comes in at the waist and then poofs out like a big party dress. She keeps coming in a big party dress. That's how I'm seeing her right now. And it's got sparkles on it. I feel like she wants to start dancing. Okay. And Rachel, you guys were all singing for her for Passover. Oh my goodness. Okay. Well, clearly she knew. Okay. Because she started singing the Hebrew songs to me. Okay. And she's also making me feel like, as I go into her, let me just see here a second. She shows me this big party dress, and I keep seeing double chai, so 18 twice over. So I'm getting a feeling like I want to acknowledge a bat mitzvah or bar mitzvah as well, connected to her, or connected to the family is what it feels like. And it feels like also, as I go into her energy, just let me see a little bit more. Okay. I feel like her family was either Reform Judaism, okay, or they were, they wouldn't have been so religious, right? They would have been more of modern day type of Judaism. And she's making me feel like I keep hearing, thank you, thank you, thank you. Like she's super psyched. And like, I literally just, she wants me to take a selfie. Okay. She must have loved to take selfies or take pictures of herself, because she's literally like, let's take a selfie, Shira, like this. And I'm like, all right, we could take a selfie, except I'm using my phone right now, but I can literally take a selfie. All right, hold on. Let's see here a second. This is the first for me to take a selfie. Hi. Okay, so let's see what that's about. That's strange. Okay. Oh. Not to post this later. You guys can see a shadowy behind me that I don't see in the screen. You guys don't see a shadow behind me now, correct? Because I don't know if you guys can see it. Hold on, let me see. Can you see right here when she just said to me, let's take a selfie? Can you guys see that? Can you see that right there? And if you guys can pick it up on the screen. Ooh, it just left. Okay. I guess she wanted to be in it with me. Well, I just know that she is, in fact, you saw it, right, Candace? I do know, in fact, that she is, in fact, with us. And really what's most important is that she adores her family, and that she's making me feel like, Katie, you're going, you didn't see a shadow, right? Like, there's no shadow behind me. It's in the picture. I'll post it after, okay? Because that was so neat, okay? She is just, her energy is on fire. And when I say on fire, I mean that in the most positive way. Like, when somebody's a dancer and they're excited and they feel like they're on fire, that's what her energy feels like. So expressive, so loving. And she was a selfie queen. Oh, now I get it. Okay, now I totally know why she wanted to take a selfie with me. Okay, thank you so much. So please, please, please know that she is, in fact, with us. And she adores you for doing this, for connecting her. So thank you guys for being in it. Yeah, Heidi said no shadow behind me, but it showed in the pic, right? It was so amazing. You want me to look up Maddie's miracles? Okay, I will look that up after I'm done because I'm not sure what that is. But let me tell you, this girl is amazing. What a great connector. So before we finish up, I'm just going to give you guys some tips about spirit, because I always think it's so important, right, to connect and to be aware of your loved ones around you. You have to be aware of the spirit world. Okay. Oh, she's got a blog. Rachel's saying she has a blog. Everybody read Maddie's Miracles blog. Okay. It's important that you need to know that when you're working with spirit or you're looking to connect to your loved ones, right? It's all about your loved ones and your connection. If I say, let me see here. I want a penny. I want a penny every time you're around, okay? You cannot expect them to drop you a penny immediately. You have to be open to you maybe tomorrow walking in and there's a penny sitting on your table, right? And nobody's been there, okay? You have to be open to the fact that they learn how to create, okay? How to create objects, how to move objects from one area to another, right? They move it telepathically with their mind, with their energy. They're able to move objects, okay? This is a learned skill. If your loved one can do this, you should be collecting every single penny, every single dime, every single quarter that you see that, or nickel that's connected to your loved one. They're going to be heads up pennies, heads up pennies. Okay, it's all about pennies from heaven, because really they work so hard to do that, and you shouldn't trivialize it. Okay, there are no coincidences. They are always will find a way to communicate. Absolutely. Rachel, PM me on my private on Shira Benedetto, and I will send it to you. Okay, and what I will tell you is that when you're working with spirit or when you're looking to connect to your loved ones, you have to be open, okay? You can't be the demanding person that you normally are, and I mean that with as much love and respect as possible, meaning you have to instead be open to the fact that they may not give you the sign when you want it. They may give it to you a week later, a month later, the next day, 10 minutes later. You have to be open to it. Okay, you have to be open to the fact that it may not come at the exact time that you want. Okay, that does not mean your loved ones are not around you, nor does it mean they don't care about you at all. It just literally means they're working on finding a way to connect with you. They find all different ways all the time. Okay, all the time. So for me, it's not until recent that spirit is literally manifesting feathers in front of me for my clients. I mean, that's some really amazing work in other people's homes, okay? Not even in my office, but in other people's homes, okay? And it's important, like let's say, like I hear the name Angelo right now. So one of you guys has a loved one in the spirit world named Angelo, okay? And he's trying to connect. Now, you're in the grocery store, and the guy who takes your checkout, he's got a name tag, and it says Angelo. Most of you guys would say coincidence. For those of you that are intuitive, you'd know there are no coincidences. That Angelo made that man be Angelo, meaning he placed that man in your spot where you would be going to check out so that you would cross paths with Angelo instead of crossing paths with Betty, right? Who's the other cashier. You went to Angelo not knowing, okay? Same thing. You hear the name Angelo. Okay, repeated over and over and over again in different ways when you're out shopping. When you're driving, a truck drives by and says like, Angelo's hot, right? And it's a heating, cooling company, okay? That's what's going on. Spirit is using you to see different messages, names, but you have to pay attention. You have to be open, and you have to stop letting your mind get so in the way of you noticing symbols from your loved ones, because your loved ones are always around you, always around you. They're always there. You know, they can be in multiple places at multiple times, you know, and it's important. Myra's clapping. Yes. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Lisa, you know, I just saw your question really quickly about your aunt's health. I really think you guys need to spend more time together, you know. Virginia, your grandfather is Angelo. There we go. See, the message always gets there in one way or another. So you have to be open. Laura Ann, you said that's happened to you. Absolutely. Rosemary, I believe it is change coming? Yep, totally. Elizabeth is concurring. Be open to the spirit world. Absolutely. Be open, more importantly, to love. Love is what really makes the tables turn, right? So what's interesting to me is that Christina, you want to know if I do mentorships. You know, I've been asked this so many times if I do mentorships. It's something that is in development right now, but me personally, right? I know there's a lot of mentorships out there, right? But I personally believe, this is just me, I believe you should be doing the work for quite some time, working with clients, a lot of clients, thousands and thousands of clients, before you even consider working with somebody who's offering a mentorship, because they need that real world experience to be able to handle the type of questions that you may experience. And just having the ability to connect or be clairvoyant or just be a good teacher isn't really going to make a mentorship worthwhile if they themselves haven't gone through the things or the obstacles that you may face. So it's really, really important. When I am ready to offer a mentorship, I absolutely will, but I like to be able to give you my best. Not give you 50%, not give you 75%. I like to give you my best. So when it's the time, I will definitely put that out there. In the interim, from time to time, I do offer training workshops, absolutely. And it's always a great idea to connect and follow me here or follow me on Instagram, ShiraPsychicMedium, and I can definitely let you know when I'm doing a teaching platform event. Okay, let me see here a second. Ashley Smith, is your health okay? You know, the first thing I'm picking up on you is you need to make some changes regarding diet. So speak to a nutritionist, because it looks like diets is a major component of what's going on. Okay. And let me see here a second. Kristen, I do feel like new love life, but I do feel like you kind of need to cut ties with the existing before that transpires. Okay. Jeanette. What angels are around you? First thing I'm hearing is Michael. Secondary, there's a big connection with you to Mother Mary also. So absolutely. Kristen, are you on the right career path? Yes, but there is a change that's forthcoming in the month of July for you. Okay. Katie, will you have a second baby? I'm just not picking up a time period right now on that. So I'm going to defer on giving you an answer yet on that. Okay, let's see. I'm just looking at questions here. Now, this is really strange, but did one of you guys just order Chinese food, like specifically like Szechuan chicken or something like that? Because somebody wants to connect to the individual that just had the Chinese food, specifically like a Szechuan chicken. I'm not even sure what that is, but that's what is coming through. That's so funny. That's an interesting way to come in. All right, now, okay. Katie, you got that? Okay, good, perfect. Lisa, should you move forward with your business? Yeah, I'm getting a yes on that, absolutely, but do it conservatively. Margaret, have you considered going for Reiki prior to your surgery? It would be a great idea for you to go for Reiki healing prior to your surgery to expedite healing for you and make it what feels like a more desirable experience for you. So find a really wonderful Reiki master teacher in your area. Okay, let's see. All right, last chance on questions, psychic questions. Last chance on psychic questions because my throat's hurting because I'm getting sick. So let's see here, last chance, okay? Ashley, you going to buy or rent in New York? Buy. It looks like you're going to buy, okay? Any loved ones near you? Diana. Yes, and a grandmother, great-grandmother, let me rephrase that, great-grandmother, and a grandfather on the paternal side. For the person that just asked if there was any good news coming your way, it's I got a yes, a promotion. And Danielle, I just saw you just started cooking a Chinese chicken dish right now. Thank you. All right, so let's see where we're going there with that. That is so funny. Okay, let me see here a second. Where are we going? We have a paternal energy connected to Danielle that I have to acknowledge. Okay, this energy feels like he's connected to a spouse, though. He doesn't feel like he's connected to you biologically. Would that make sense to you? A male that would be connected to a spouse feels like a father energy, but it wouldn't be your biological dad. Would you understand that to the Danielle that was making the Chinese dish as we're speaking? I'm looking to see if I see that back. Okay, if I don't hear an answer, I will move on. Let me see here a second. Okay. Just looking. Colleen, you got to start paying off debt. That's the feeling, like anything like where you're owing bills, feels like you got to start paying off of that. Okay. Oh, Danielle, I guess that's for you, right? Okay. I don't know what that meant because I could hardly see the emojis. But I did see a king hat. Does that mean that was for you? Let me just see here a second. Now, also simultaneously, there is a Patsy that's with us. Just so you guys know, a Patsy, okay? It sounds like a Patsy as opposed to a Patricia, but it sounds like Patsy, okay? That's around us. I actually do feel like she has a connection to Wyoming or an area right around there, middle of the country on this, okay? As I go into her energy, I do see what looks like a tractor trailer driving in the back of my head right now. And as I'm doing so, I feel like it's one where we'd be going over wheat or crop that's tall and skinny, okay, almost like harvesting grain. That's the feeling connected with this Patsy, okay, who did have a husband that would have worked on that tractor trailer, okay, who's also spirit side as well, okay. I do feel like as I go in with this individual, I do feel like I'm getting a connection that comes in where the person would have had, that's so funny, a pet fish, and here we go, a pet rock as well. Okay, and I see a painted rock that would have been like their pet rock also. So just know that there is a Patsy along with her spouse who would have been connected to Wyoming or that immediate vicinity, who would have worked a tractor trailer doing more like the grain work that I'm seeing. He himself would have been typically wearing what looks like men's overalls, but I also see him wearing a men's flannel shirt buttoned down. And I also see him wearing high boots that look like the rubber boots that go up high almost to like the mid calf or a little higher than that. Okay. So I definitely feel like, Lana, you collect rocks. Okay. Would you understand the husband and wife team that would have been on the husband really was the one that did more of the actual getting of the grains or harvesting that type of food. And I do feel like there's a Wyoming connection to it as well. I feel like this is something that they would have done in the past. And Danielle, the message is keep the strength. Just so you know, I know you said there was a delay, but I did hear the message associated before. It was keep the strength. Okay, you're doing a good job. And yes, the past from Lana, yes. Okay, so yes, you're getting this. Okay, thank you, Lana. And you also understand that these individuals, I see what looks like, when people dig a lot of holes, but when they dig in the dirt, right, they put like almost like boxes, like they want to safe keep boxes in the dirt, like hidden treasure is the feeling that comes in. But it feels like, like they're showing me Peppa Pig to give me an example when they're looking for a time capsule, right? They're showing me like digging in the dirt and putting in one of those boxes that would then have pictures, heirlooms, things that we'd remember and we dig it up 30 years from now. I'm seeing that associated with them. And it feels like it's still on the property line and it's by the center tree. So if we're walking outside the house, like coming out the front door of the house and we're going center line and then to the right, there's a tree over there that has a patchy area. If we dig over there, it feels like we'll ultimately find a one of those time capsule boxes. So go figure. Happy digging if you feel like it. Hope you can find it. Lano, he hid boxes in the ground all the time. Okay, so there you go. Okay, awesome. So that's just an example of how spirit works and how spirit can connect for you. If you guys, Danielle, you're so welcome. Mwah. If you guys are looking for a reading, you can always schedule a private one with me. Go to my website, ShiraPsychicMedium.com, right? ShiraPsychicMedium.com, and you can schedule a private reading with me. I also do groups as well, in-home groups, for those of you that want to put together a great group that is friends or family, either one. I always say put together a group of nice, excited, happy people. If you want a great reading, be a good person, okay? If you're going to be miserable, I'm probably not the medium for you. I'm sure there's other mediums that would be happy to work with you. I prefer to be connected to those individuals who have a true love of connecting to spirit, really want a beautiful connection and bring great energy to the table, and just, are just good people. So if you're good people and you want to connect and you want a group in your house or home, call me up. 516-362-7440. We can definitely do a group or party for you. Also, if you're looking to do a fundraiser, any other type of event with a bar or restaurant, and you're looking to have, a psychic medium come in, well, I'm your gal. So definitely be in contact with me. Like I was saying before, Jordan's Lobster is sold out. If you want to get on the wait list, you can call them. Rachel's has availability in Freeport Seafood also. So great opportunities, also fundraising events that are coming up as well. In regards to Colleen, thank you so much. In regards to the Angelo that they wanted to know some little bit more details, this Angelo was more of a ball buster type of individual, a balding head on him, kind of knew everything, liked watches as well, left behind 2 sons, has a wife in the living, sons in the living. And there's a son that's in the military or armed forces as well. He's making me salute for him, and he's very proud of him. There's also a munchkin that came in after he was passed, and he talks about having the dog with him as well. So the dog is on the other side, and he knows the wife is missing him. So I hope you guys had a great evening. Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to connect with all of you, teaching you a few things that I know to help you be able to connect to your loved ones, notice their signs, notice their symbols. Don't take anything for granted. Be aware. Write notes if you're noticing things from spirit. You should be aware of it. And it's so important to just know that your loved ones are always with you, and that just because they lose the physical form does not mean that that's it. Right? We live on eternally. And if I'm fortunate enough to know all of you again in my lifetime, in the next lifetime, I am going to be really thrilled because you guys are amazing. So thank you for being the beautiful, positive people you are. I wish you all an amazing night. And I will see you all on May 17th, May 1st, May 9th, and May 23rd with some fantastic events. And you can always catch me on Facebook here or on Instagram at ShiraPsychicMedium. Good night, guys. Lots of love to you all, and think positive. Your mind matters. Okay? Have a great night, everyone.